Mindset has to do with how you think and how you approach things. How are you wired? And how do you solve problems? That is basically what mindset teaches.
One step at a time. Looking to grow your business or earn extra income. You're in the right place. We break down real opportunities, share expert insights, and highlight success stories.
Connect podcast. This is where we have real conversations, and I mean real conversations that help people understand how to grow in business, stay focused, and succeed, even with limited resources. So now today's topic is how to prepare your mind for entrepreneurship. A deep dive into the entrepreneurial mindset. So we often hear that starting a business is about having capital or good products, okay? A lot of people think you just need the money or you only need a good product. But what we don't usually talk about enough is the mindset behind it. How you think, how you make decisions, and how you keep going when things get tough. To help us break this down, we have a special guest. He's a big man. We have Mr. Tohibu Sule Ado. He's the CEO of Decent Park Ventures Limited. He's a well-known entrepreneur with years of experience building and running businesses here in Ghana. So, Mr. Sule, you're welcome.
Thank you very, very much.
That's great. Okay, we are glad to have you. Quickly. I don't want us to waste any time, So can you please tell our listeners a little about yourself and what you do?
Okay, so as you rightly said, my name is Tohibu Sule Ado, and I'm the founder and CEO of Decent Park Ventures Limited. As to what I do, well, as a CEO, I make decisions, okay? I sit in management meetings and then share ideas with my team and then come up with decisions to challenges which are implemented by the various heads of the departments. So basically, that is what I do.
Okay, so can you give our listeners a sense of how long you've run business, and these businesses you're able to start, operate, or I should say manage? Are these businesses that are outside of the country, or you started them in this country and you are still running them in this country?
Okay, so I have not run any business outside of this country. The businesses that I have started were started here in Ghana. So the first one that I started has been Decent Park Ventures Limited. It did not start as Decent Park Ventures Limited. It started as Decent Park Ventures. I just got an idea. I tested the idea. I realized there is an opportunity for this particular idea. And then I decided to focus and to grow the idea into a business. I've started other businesses. Unfortunately, a few of them collapsed. It's a lesson that I learned from the collapse of those businesses. Okay, and another one that we have started is the Kenisco services, which focuses on small businesses, how we can help small businesses to grow professionally. For those who do not have money to start their businesses, what we do is to provide them with a platform where they can start businesses without any capital. We also give them ideas on how to position their businesses and strategies that they can adopt to grow their businesses professionally. So basically, those are the things that I've managed to start. and grow.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And I like the fact that you mentioned that you started some businesses, and these businesses, you couldn't, sort of like they are not alive today. They are not alive today, meaning failure is also part of the game. But we'll find time and talk about that, okay? So quickly, I want you to share with us who an entrepreneur is, okay? Now, while you do that, I want you to tell us about the entrepreneurial mindset, okay? What does it mean? What does it mean? Yeah.
Okay, to start, I would want to digress a bit. I just want to tell you a story, okay, about the journey. I happened to find myself in Germany for an internship for 6 months. And that was in 2009. And I realized that the people in the lab were using their hands and simple tools to create mind-blowing products. And I wondered, how come we Ghanaians cannot do something with our hands? Why do we always have this notion that to start something, you need some capital somewhere to invest for the business to grow and for you to be successful? No, you start with your hands. So basically, that is a very short story that I have. So what I did was, when I came down to Ghana with that experience, I started Decent Park with something little. I didn't rent an office or a warehouse to operate in. I started from my room because of the experience I had in Germany, which has to do with starting something with simple tools, your hand, and also your idea. Okay, so now back to the question, the entrepreneurial mindset. So when we talk about mindset has to do with how you think and how you approach things. How are you wired? And how do you solve problems? That is basically what mindset seeks to explore. So how do entrepreneurs do things? How is their mindset like? The entrepreneurial mindset is such that they do not give up. Even when they fail, they do not give up. They have what we call grit, which basically deals with passion and perseverance. In the face of failure, they find a solution. So when the going gets tough, you try to adapt to the changing environmental situation to find a solution to solve your problem. Could the problem be lack of money? You find a solution to lack of money. You try your possible best to operate within limited budget to achieve your aim or your objective or your goal, or to at least get closer to your objective or your goal or your aim. So basically, that is the entrepreneurial mindset.
All right. So I want to understand. I'm sure a lot of our listeners have this question. To that kind of mindset, is this something you are born with, or it's something you can develop, something you can adopt? And if you can develop or adopt it, how do you develop the entrepreneurial mindset?
Okay, so definitely some people are born with some innate ability to do things. In the field of soccer, We all know Messi. He's very talented. He's someone who was born with that innate ability to exhibit his talent on the field. But he honed his talent by practicing and working hard. Okay, so even though there are people who innately have that ability to persevere, we can also say that people also are able to learn. Okay, they learn and then apply what they've learned, and they're able to achieve something, even if they are unable to achieve what they set out to do so well. At least they get somewhere. So I wouldn't say that if you are born without that innate ability to be wired as an entrepreneur, you cannot learn. You can learn. All you need to do is to know the ways that you can adopt to develop your mindset, and then you take action. Okay.
All right. That is Mr. Toyib Sule Adofoyi, CEO of Decent Park Ventures Limited. All right. So let's understand, okay, how people can prepare mentally before they even start a business. You spoke about the fact that even though people are not born with that mindset, they can grow to learn it, they can develop it. Let's talk about how someone can prepare mentally before they even start a business. Okay, so tell us some of the biggest mental challenges new entrepreneurs face.